Holy What's going on, everyone? And welcome to the Maniacs podcast, brought to you by My Maniacs, where we'll be talking all things fishing, the outdoors, and everything in between. I'm your host, Zach, and I'm fired up to have you here with us. We've got something great in store for you today from Real On Water Insight. We're connecting passionate offshore anglers and with you all. Let me mute that. Before we dive in, we're also going to be announcing the winner of our very first or of the first due products giveaway. So make sure you stick around for that. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you sign up. Go to our Facebook page. It's pinned on the top, Mahi Maniacs, and make sure you tag two people like first due products spelled with the one ST, first due products. They have awesome line of ceramic boat soaps and salt canceling products that'll just kill the salt there. Perfect for your outboard motors and every day on the water. Um, we're gonna welcome someone you might know, Solo Pelagic. Sean, welcome to My Maniacs. The ma-
How's it going? Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. How are you?
Good, and you?
We're still on the
Nice to be on here.
right.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it's yeah, it's awesome to be on here, and I just can't wait to get this mahi season picked up. That's for sure.
Oh, we got some we got things we got things ready to show the viewers here. Is that a Christmas tree behind you?
Yeah, don't bother. That's that. I'm in my shop right now, and I just haven't had a chance to take it down, so it's
Yeah.
just gonna
Hey,
stay
before
up
we
for
get
now.
into it here, talk to us about your shop here. So you do car detailing, right? At Detail Geeks on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah. So
Um,
I own a detail shop here in Fort Lauderdale, where we mainly do paint protection film, ceramic coatings. We do some out of shop stuff, but that's only for boats. So that's for like any film you want done to boats or anything like that. And yeah, been here for going on probably at least 8 years now. And yeah, and the website's detailgeeks.com, and it's Detail Geeks everywhere on social media.
let's talk more about that. You said film. So for the people that don't know what a film is, what is that exactly?
Yeah, so it's paint protection film, or like in the marine world now, it's called like gel coat protection film, or boat protection film, or something like that, or marine protection film. So basically, what that is it's a layer that you put onto the surface to help prevent any sort of scratches, gouges, anything like that, to protect the finish underneath, so you're not
Okay.
compromising it, because like something like a ceramic coating, that's not going to protect against your chips, scratches, and such like that.
So even people that tow their boats, I mean, road debris, stone kicks up. I mean,
Oh
that
yeah.
that
Hmm.
clear coat that you put over can definitely protect it, right?
Yeah, it's not invincible, but it
Right,
definitely, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, if you hit a sizable object, there's only so much it can do. But
right.
yeah, your standard like little rocks, pebbles, all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, it's no problem at all.
Okay. Now, you caught quite the big one the other day,
Yeah.
right? So,
Kind of unexpectedly, for sure, because everybody who I talk to says that's a once in a lifetime fish, which I hope it's not a once in a lifetime fish, because I definitely would like that to happen again, for sure.
well, like I told you, we're gonna have you on the show here and talk about it. So, and then we're definitely gonna have you on when you catch your 50 pounder, right?
Yeah, right.
So
Well,
let's
supposedly, man, that fish. Well, here you can continue.
no, go ahead, talk.
Yeah, yeah. Supposedly with that fish, I mean, it was definitely on the skinnier side, because it was 63 inches. And everybody who I talk to, because I've already talked to a couple like fish mount companies and all sorts of stuff like that, they say like a 63-inch mahi should most definitely probably be in that 50-pound range. So it was definitely on the skinnier side. It was definitely hungry and ready to eat. That's for sure.
Right. So, um, 63 inches. Now you're saying that's fork length
Oh, that's
or
total length.
total length? Okay. So
Yeah.
I want to explain that for people that don't necessarily fish mahi, right? So
Yeah.
fork length is to where the tail splits off, which is how mahi are regulated. 20 inches
Correct.
is the minimum size on the Atlantic side for mahi. Now, a lot of fish are total length, which is you pinch the tail, it straightens out like yellowtail snapper. Actually, most snappers, right? You pinch the tail, and that's the total length. So Sean's was 63 inches total length. I mean, estimated fork length. What do you think? I mean, that still had to be in the mid 50s.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think I took a photo. I think it was like 55 or 56. And I don't even think I honestly pinched the tail when I took the total length. So,
When it's so big, you don't even. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
really only do a fork length measurement for legality purposes, right?
Yeah. I
So,
think it was big enough. I think it was legal.
yeah, I mean, at that point, you're not even really measuring until you get back to the dock. You're just
Yeah.
your adrenaline's going so much. I mean,
Oh,
I
100%.
I only imagine. So let's show everyone here a picture, right, of what you had going on. Let me figure out how to get out of my full screen mode, and then we'll upload this picture here to the podcast to show everyone. Let's see here. So there's the fish that he got, and you caught this on which day?
This was on Saturday. What is it? Yeah, whatever this last Saturday was. Can't,
Let's
I'm
see,
not,
that was
think the
the
13th or
14th.
14th. Yeah,
So
14th. Yeah,
you caught
Saturday.
that on 14th. Now, what else did you catch that day? Did you get anything else, or was this just the diamond in the rough?
I was literally focused on mahi and mahi only. And yeah, so I was just running and gunning, probably went about at least 70 miles that day from going back and forth to different depths, finding beautiful weed lines and such like that, but no mahi for some reason. I don't know why. Couldn't find any
So,
mahi. And sorry,
so
go
for
ahead.
everyone listening, where do you, what inlet do you leave out of?
I leave out of Hillsborough Inlet.
Okay, and I'd like to add something else here for people. So catching a 50-pound mahi is a pretty big feat for someone on a boat, right? And for all you guys watching, this is what he caught it on.
Yeah.
And that's also what's behind him in his video there. See, he left a nice aesthetic for us to see that beautiful sea-doo there. Fish Pro, right?
Yep, Fish Pro Apex. It is 300 horsepower. Supercharged.
Wow. Talk more about that. I mean, I wish you could kind of get us up in there and see around the machine there, but it looks like it's got a cooler in the back there, which I mean, obviously this fish was way too big for.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, usually I have a fish bag that I put in between here, in between the cooler and the rod holders, and my fish bag is about 30 inches or so, so that wasn't gonna fit in there. Um, so I ended up just putting it in my gunnel right here. So it fit the complete length from the front all the way to the back with the tail sticking out here. So yeah, that was definitely fun because yeah, I basically turned my gunnel into a cooler. So I packed ice on top of it and just left it in here, which it was fine for the ride home because I mean I was already at I was already pretty close to home when I finished catching it, and actually the storm started rolling in. So I'm glad that I got back when I did because it can get pretty hairy out there, especially in Florida, pretty quick.
Right. So let's see here. I mean, how many I mean, so there's a lot of people out there that don't get into offshore fishing because typically you need you know, a decent boat to get out there. You
A
know,
hundred
like
percent.
you need a decent boat and things like that. But these jet skis are kind of changing the game.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And when I first started, I didn't even have a fishing jet ski. I when I first started on the jet ski platform, I just had a used jet ski from one of my clients that gifted it to me, um, just kind of as a thank you. And it was not set up for fishing, not at all. So it was just meant for cruising around, and that's it. So I just stuck some rod holders on it, and I was mahi fishing pretty much right away.
So what do you on a jet ski? What do you go out with? I mean, how many rods? You go out with gaffs, things like that.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an exaggeration right now, just because I have all my rods on there. But typically, I mean, not too much of an exaggeration, but typically I'm going out with my international, just depending what I'm doing that day. But typically a standard game plan for me is I'm hitting that reef's edge in the morning if I'm going in the morning. Sometimes I don't go in the morning because I just wait till the afternoon. Because sometimes I see the afternoon bites a little bit better than the morning sometimes. So um a lot of the time really for me, truthfully, when I go out there, when I'm at least targeting mahi and stuff like that. But I'm typically taking my 50 wide, so I have an international 50 VISW. So that's usually my planer rod. That's where I'm running if I want to catch wahoo or anything like that.
Great
Um,
all around rod too. I mean,
oh,
the drag is
I
so
love it.
sensitive that I mean, you can catch everything from little bonita to mahi to wahoo to I mean everything on it.
Yeah, pesky barracudas. Yeah, everything.
You know, yeah. If you're catching barracuda, you got to bump the trolling speed up a little bit, right?
Yeah, right.
um, let's talk about that. So, I mean, how many lines do you troll when you're out there?
So usually it depends on how risky I'm feeling, but typically I'm usually running 2 to 3 lines, sometimes four.
Wow, four lines off a jet ski, huh?
Yep, yep, yep. So I have these custom rod holders that were made in New Zealand, and they have a custom base plate so it can support all that weight. It's all full metal. And if you can see here, they're angled. So it's almost like
Okay.
outriggers. So
Can you
they,
can you bring the camera closer so people can see?
yeah, let me see if I can show this a little better. So if you kind of see here, they're kind of pointed outwards. So I'm running,
Okay.
yeah. So I usually have one line in the middle here. I've got one line shooting out that way, and then I have another line shooting out that way. And I'm running the Carnage threes, so these are 7 foot rods. So they stick out a little bit of a
They
distance.
stick
And I'm
out. Okay.
yeah, and I'm just leaving my spread um at different distances as well. So it's not getting tangled when I'm having to turn and stuff like that. The only times I usually get, if I've gotten tangled a few times, but that's just trial and error. I'm definitely a lot better now. That's
We've
for
all
sure.
gotten tangled. I mean, even the big guys get a tangle from every now and then, right?
Oh yeah, no one's perfect.
Here,
No one's
so
perfect.
let's um let's pull up your video of footage here. I think it's almost 2 minutes long for people to watch and please provide commentary
I
while we're
can't see
watching
that
this.
video. Let me see. How
Well,
can I see on?
I think you might be able to here. Give us 1 second.
Holy
Oh, there we
fuck.
go. Oh, that's the
I mean, I expect that when you hook into
that
something
that
that's
wasn't
ripping
the bleeped out version.
you.
Yeah, it was
And by the way,
just
that's PG to Sean.
yeah.
So there you are. You're hooked up on a spinning reel.
Yep, on my 6500. And it's just I probably did like 100 circles at least.
Now keep in mind, Sean's having to work the throttles. He's by himself though.
Yeah, by myself.
Fort Pierce to West Coffee. On their mission, safe harbor immediately.
So this was probably at least an hour into the fight at this point.
Wow.
Oh no.
And then
And
he was getting pretty pissed.
Holy.
and while
And
you're fighting this fish, you're having to throttle, you're having to keep the jet ski poised in a position that you're keeping him on one side.
100%.
Wow.
So right there, I had him up on the ski. I thought the fight was over, but then here goes another like 20 minutes of fighting after this. He just dumps
Wow.
the line and just shoots straight down.
And that was the only
Yeah.
one around. You didn't see any other fish.
I believe I saw a big cow that was a similar size.
Okay. And from what I hear, it's actually pretty uncommon for the bull to bite first. Typically the cow goes in and then the bull watches.
The bull was hungry, that's for sure. I will
Right.
say he was very hungry.
There you are trying to get him. And keep in mind, he's on a jet ski. How
Yeah.
deep were you?
So at the beginning of the fight, I was at 630 feet. So at the beginning of the fight, I wasn't even fishing for mahi at that point. I was actually fishing for tilefish because I gave
Okay.
up on the mahi at that point of the day because it was starting to become later in the day. I needed to make a decision if I wanted to get home because if you're on a jet ski, by the way, you can't be out on the jet ski at dark. So you need to get in before dark. And if you don't get in before dark, you will get a ticket from FWC, which I have had before. Even if you have all of the special nav lights and everything like that, which I do because there are some predicaments sometimes where I will hook up a beautiful fish at sunset because that seems like when a lot of fish like to bite.
That
Like
is true.
I fought in Wahoo and all sorts of stuff like that at sunset. And I've gotten my I've gotten one ticket so far, so I'm doing pretty good. But on a jet ski, you definitely are a target because unfortunately on the jet skis, it's there's a pretty bad name with jet skis operators that kind of ruin it for everybody. So, but yeah,
So
you
this is after you get back to the dock, right? This is where pretty
yeah.
much you can get back, you're off the water, and you can actually absorb everything that happens, right? I mean, I see that smile on your face. You're next level at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was yeah, I mean, catching that fish was definitely a dream come true for sure. 100%. 100%. Yeah, because that basically I was out there all day. I was out there all day finding beautiful weed lines. I went out to about 1,200 feet. Found beautiful weed patches, trolled them for a few hours. Didn't see any birds, just beautiful patches. Some debris, not crazy debris like I usually find. Sometimes I'll find like pallets and buoys and all sorts of crazy things out there sometimes. But yeah, no luck out there. And then that's when I came back in. I decided to fish for tile fish, and it was just kind of like a so the reason why I went to 630 is actually because of the number 63 because that's my father's birthday. So it was just kind of like a coincidental thing, and actually found like the saddest looking current line and weed line where that's where I just decided to drop for tilefish. And yeah, I dropped for tilefish, had all my squid out on the side ready to go, and I was probably once I hit the bottom at 630, I was probably 630 feet. I was probably sitting there for 5 minutes. And then that's when that 40-pound bull swam up. And I already had the squid ready and the rod ready. So I just hooked a whole piece of squid. Well, first I chunked out like 3 or 4 squid, and that mahi was just lit up blue, fins stuck out, and he was just in the mood to munch, and he was just super aggressive, trying to eat everything in his path. And I threw that whole squid out on a 5-0 circle hook that I had on there.
Hmm.
Honestly, pretty thin of a circle
Right.
hook.
Well,
And
no, normally I mean I don't. So a lot of hardcore mahi and offshore guys, they don't like circle hooks unless they're going for marlin or sailfish. A lot of
Yeah.
them are like, "Oh, I need a J hook," and so that's actually interesting that you caught them on a circle hook. So
Yeah.
and
So yeah, I rigged up, and the funny thing is too, I rigged up that rod that morning before heading out, and I misplaced my leader bag, so I couldn't find any of my leader. So I ended up running to the local tackle shop that I go to, um, and I guess I grabbed a 60-pound fluorocarbon that day, which I typically usually run like 30 or 40, which will probably do the job because I mean, it's a lot of finesse. But I'm kind of glad I got the 60-pound that day and I rigged it up that way because it worked out in my favor.
right.
But yeah, he just inhaled that squid, and that hook was buried pretty deep in him. That's for
Wow.
sure.
That's I
Yeah.
mean, so let's circle back. I saw a video that you posted, or that I think you sent it to me. Kind of referencing your dad, right?
Yeah.
You said you went out to, what was it, 630 feet of water,
Hmm.
right? That was his birth year, right? And
Yeah.
sad to say your father's no longer with us, but that's what got you into offshore fishing.
A hundred
And
percent.
I heard you say, "I did it, Dad," right? So I think there's a lot of energy that goes in with fishing and hobbies and things like that. So I mean, that's just impeccable that you hooked up in 630 feet of
Yeah.
water,
Right.
you know?
Well, not only that, 630 feet of water, and the fish was 63 inches.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of
Wow.
weird. Because that's what I said. The total length of the mahi was 63 inches.
Okay.
It's kind of
Now,
weird.
are you looking at getting this fish mounted, or
Yeah, I'm still trying to see where I want to take it. There's two local options here.
okay?
Just trying to see which one I want to go with. But I have the whole carcass in my freezer right now. So
Oh, excellent.
the whole mahi carcass is in my freezer.
Now,
Um,
I mean, it's they're pretty good now with making, taxidermy fish where you don't even need, you just need the measurements and some good detailed pictures, and they're able to replicate the fish pretty accurately. Is that what you're doing, or are you actually bringing the fish there for them to?
no, so actually I'm thinking about doing it two ways. So I'm gonna get and one thing I learned, by the way, because I've never had a fish mounted before, um, don't take a lot of pictures of don't take a lot of pictures of the fish dead unless that's how you want it to look like, because that's what the artist will go off of. It's better to take the pictures right away if you can, so you have that
Like this.
mahi, that mahi all lit up and everything like that. Unless you want it to look dark green and stuff like that. I mean, it's all personal preference, but
We want pictures like this, right?
well, I can't see, but I'm assuming.
You don't see it? Oh
No,
boy.
I'm
Oh.
still learning how to use this. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm still learning how to use this too. This is our episode 2, so we're gonna get better each
Bear
time we
with
go.
us.
But thanks for sticking with us. But if the viewers can see,
As long as the
right?
viewers can see, that's all that matters. I'm assuming it's a
I'm
beautiful
showing
picture.
the aerial photo
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. So
of
that's
the mahi.
actually that's the photo that I kind of want to use as a reference for the mount, because I think that fade is just gorgeous, where it goes from that dark blue to the light blue to the white, and then if you see towards the back, it starts to get into green and then yellow on the tail. I think that would look really, really cool on a fish mount.
Yeah, that's actually there's more blue in it than I typically see, right?
I mean, I think he was pretty pissed after over an hour fight. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. What wouldn't you?
yeah, he's like, "All
Let's
right, I
see.
give up."
Now I'm not sure if you can see this picture here,
Let
but
me see.
this is you showing the fish on your jet ski. to, I guess, another boat?
Oh, I don't see it, but I think I know which one you're talking about. So yeah, funny enough, I was heading back in the inlet, and there was some swordfish guys going out, and they were like, "Oh man, sweet setup. You should go sword fishing with us one of these days." And then they're like, "Did you catch anything?" And then I'm like, "Oh, did I catch anything?" And I go into the side of my gunnel and I lift up the fish, and it's like almost bigger than me. And they're just like freaking out, and they're like, "Oh man, that's so awesome!" And they just like, yeah, they took a bunch of photos for me. And funny enough, I never grabbed their number. I actually saw them on one of those. I actually randomly saw them on Instagram like a day or two later, because they were coming back in, and they were getting recorded by those wave boating guys.
Okay.
Like the wavy
Wavy
boats.
boats or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So they were
Right.
coming in, and they were holding up the heads of the swordfish. And then I'm like, man, that boat looks familiar. Let me send him a DM real quick. And then I sent him a DM, and it ended up being him, the guy who actually took some of those photos for me on
Okay.
the, yeah. So it's funny how the world works.
That's interesting, huh? Let's see if I can pull up another picture that you sent me for them to see. Well, actually, that's the one of you. No, that's not right. Let's see here. I'm still learning this. So here we go. Not sure if they can see that, but that's got your pen rod in there with a nice aerial shot
Oh yeah, yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah. That's when it was launching out of the water
yeah,
at like Mach 7. It was just it was just absolutely just coming out of the water, just absolutely pissed.
right.
That was the best that was his biggest jump, that whole fight. He was definitely fed up. He wanted that line to break. That's for sure.
Yeah, mahi, tarpon, sailfish, they give the best dance for us offshore guys, you know.
Oh, 100%.
Um Now let's talk for people maybe that might want to get into jet ski offshore fishing. What kind of safety things do you have? I mean, you carry a PLB. You have obviously you have to wear a life vest at all times while you're on it. You have a VHF. I think I heard in there the VHF going
Yeah,
off.
I always have my you always have to have your life preserver on. And then I always have my, let's see here. I have my key that connects to my ignition, and so basically how these are designed, when there is enough pressure, it's a kill switch, so it pulls out and then it kills the motor. Because I have fallen off of this thing once while it was moving, so it was not ideal. But good thing I had my kill switch connected to my life jacket, because that ski would have kept going forward, and I was caught in that current, and that probably would not been a good day.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, the Gulf Stream gets ripping out there. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah. I mean,
realize, but a couple knots is I mean, it can put distance
oh, it
between
adds
you and the
up.
jet ski very quick. Even a boat, you know,
100%. You should always, especially if you're out there alone, you definitely need to have some sort of kill switch or something on there
kill
all at all
switch.
times.
You need to have probably like a inflatable life vest that
Oh,
has a
100%.
PLB on it, just in case you do get separated from your boat. You know, that's probably a very important thing. I know I always go out with the PLB, even when I fish on other people's boats. I always take a PLB with me and my ditch bag just in case, because you know, and
100%.
I always have like at least 24 hours, like food rations. I have a few of the emergency water pouches and everything in there, you know. So
I try to
that's
fit as much as I can on there, but I can't always get everything. So
yeah. Now let's talk about fuel though. You know, I mean, I'm sure people kind of wonder what you can do with fuel on that thing.
connected for some reason. Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, okay, there it goes. I don't know why that disconnected. But yeah, but
Let's
just to finish with the safety stuff, I always have my VHF. I have a floatable EPIRB that's in there. I mean, of course, you got to have fire extinguisher. I have like a little med kit, whistles, all sorts of stuff like that that I always have. But it never hurts to be too safe, especially on the especially alone and on a jet ski, that's for sure.
Yeah, which, I see you're always out there showing pictures of you waving to other boats out there that you know. So it's a small big world out there, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Let's talk about fuel. That's one thing I'm actually curious about. How big of a tank is on that?
So it's a 18.5 gallon tank
18.5 gallons. Okay. And you were out on that thing all day
all day.
on and how many gallons about did you have when you got back to the dock that evening?
None. I'm always I if I'm always out there till I have no gas.
All right.
That's I'm
But
never.
safely, you know what you need to get back, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Right. Now,
Yeah,
why
so
why did
usually,
you Oh, go ahead.
so on my luckily on this ski it has a it's got a pretty accurate fuel gauge, as far as like it tells me how many miles it adjusts quite a bit. So it's usually pretty accurate, but like sometimes if that wind direction changes or the waves get worse, I mean those are things you also have to take into consideration,
Right.
because it will use a lot more fuel if you're going against the waves and such like that. So that's definitely something to take in consideration. I try to be as safe as I can. There's only been one time, which was on my previous jet ski, where I've had to call sea tow because I ran out of fuel. But luckily, I ran out of fuel when I was already in the inlet, but the ski died. That was when I was at Port Everglades previously. So my ski died right when the cruise ships were trying to leave. So that wasn't ideal.
Hey, there's this guy on a jet ski in the middle of the
Yeah,
inlet.
yeah, 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 yeah. But luckily, it,
Um,
it kind of pushed me to the side, so I was out of the way of everybody. So, but that
right.
only
Yeah, I mean,
happened once.
naturally the ebb and flow kind of gets you out of the way, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Um, so I was at the Miami Boat Show and I saw this new fishing jet ski that was there. Did you see that?
Are you talking about the Yamaha Crosswave? I believe it's like flat and stuff like that.
Right. It's got like fish boxes on there. Let me see if I can find a picture of this thing to share with everyone.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too, because it is quite expensive. So it's going to be the most expensive jet ski on the market. So you're talking, I believe it's upwards of $30,000 or more for that, which is honestly, I mean, it's a lot better than a boat as far as like pricing goes. But
Right. Oh yeah.
yeah, but the only thing I'm worried about with that is, like with my ski, I'm going out in pretty rough environments. So I've taken this thing out in 5 foot, 6 foot waves. And that's usually where I kind of call it quits. But I've taken it out in pretty rough conditions. So my only thing with that is I don't feel like it would handle as well in rough conditions, which I don't even recommend taking them out in rough conditions to begin with. But because in that front of that ski, it is just flat. So I feel like when you have waves coming over, that thing is just going to get pounded. Because like with my ski, um, it's all sealed. I don't know if you can see that. It's all sealed in the front with the windshield.
Right.
So the
So you can
waves.
kind of take a wave and it'll come over the bow.
Correct. I'm not like
Right.
stuffing myself if I were in that thing. Which I mean,
So,
I don't know. Maybe it works good. Who knows? But
so I'm not sure if you can see what I'm sharing here,
no,
but
I can
I
see it. I can
have
see it. Yeah.
yeah, I have the Yamaha website pulled up, right, with the Crosswave. I mean, I like where they're going with the jet ski, right? I mean, I
Hmm.
really do like that. It
It's
looks,
different. It's different for sure.
I saw this in person and let's see, it says starting at 32,499, right? Seating capacity 4 person, dry weight to be
4 people.
determined.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't go offshore fishing with any
No,
more than
no,
probably 2 people on that thing,
not at all.
but it's actually surprisingly has a pretty long length, 12 foot 11 inches, so nearly 13 feet long, right?
That's as long as mine. Mine's around.
Okay, so yours is about is that, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
mine's a little over like I think 12 foot, like 4 inches or something like that. Something
okay.
like that. Yeah.
Now fuel capacity, 26.4 gallons.
That's a big bonus. That's for
Right.
sure.
So that's the extra fuel you need to get back to the dock safely and
Yeah.
confidently, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been out there enough to where I kind of just know. So I can gauge of how far I can go because I've been sword fishing on this before. No luck catching a swordfish yet, but I mean,
But
I go out.
you're gonna do it. You're gonna
Oh
do it.
yeah, yeah, at some point. But I'm learning as I go because on the jet ski, I don't. It's not really. It's pretty hard to do it, especially during the day, with the having to constantly keep the ski on, so you're not the bait stays under you. Because I'm running a 10-pound lead, and I think the most ideal thing for me to do next time is I'm gonna run a buoy rod. I'm gonna do a buoy rod,
You just
and
kind of keep it away from the ski, right?
correct, and I think that's
Right.
gonna work a lot better. So I don't recommend it, but if you're willing to do it, good luck.
Well, hey, we're gonna be getting you on here. Um, Definitely we'll be seeing you again, I'm sure. I like your shirt. That's a nice color, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
So Sean, I really appreciate your time here. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram, Solo Pelagic. Um,
Yep,
and and if you're looking to get your next level car detail or your boat wrapped with a protective film, make sure you give the detail geeks a call. They'll definitely take care of you. Just tell them that you saw him on the or you saw him on the Mahi or the Maniacs podcast,
yep.
right? So, hey, appreciate all the information. I feel that if we get one more person out offshore on a jet ski, we did our job. If
There you
one
go.
if one person's watching and it's like, man, that's a good idea. I don't have the space to keep a 23-foot boat, but you know
That's
what?
why I love it. That's
I
why I
got a
love it.
garage. Can
Hmm.
fit a jet ski in a garage.
And it only takes me like 5 minutes to clean it. I'm not having to clean every gunnel and every little on like a bigger boat. It takes me like 5 minutes to clean it. Just go
Yeah, that's
around
the
it real
thing is
quick
when you're
and
out by yourself, you don't have no friends to help you clean, right?
yeah, right.
All right, Sean. I really appreciate your time, and
Yep,
hopefully you had as much fun as I had. And we're looking forward to seeing that 50-pound pole you get
100%.
this summer, right?
Appreciate
I
it.
mean, here,
Oh,
like,
100%.
I mean, I, I
I
I I
gotta,
was hoping the last cold front we had was our last one, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, right? Fingers, toes, ears, everything
yeah.
crossed, right? Hopefully, this is our last little cold dip we have in the waters. Oh, by the way, did you get the temperature of the water when you were out there when you caught that?
Mm, I did not look, but I do have I would assume it was probably somewhere in like the because I constantly look and I didn't
Right.
look at that moment, but I was pretty sure it was around like 77, 78,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. I
around
mean,
that figure.
78 is my magic number.
Yeah.
Like once, like now, springtime, and if I can find 78-degree water, it's usually holding some mahi.
The mahi are out there though, because when I sent that message to the swordfish guy, and he sent me that photo, he says he was heading back in, and when he was heading back in the morning, because he was doing nighttime sword fishing, so he came back at right at dawn, and he told me he went to the same depth I was at around that same area, and he said he saw endless amounts of mahi.
Okay. Well, hey,
Hmm.
it was probably the friends of the 50-pound bull, and they were like, "Hey,
It's all the kids.
where's Poppy at?" You know.
Sorry about that. The good thing the mahi mahi
In Sean's belly.
yeah. Good thing they grow up fast, so that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, I was gonna hit on that in another podcast. with the gentleman from the Dolphin Research Program, right? Which is the fishing tournament that you're going to be fishing. So, hey, everyone out there, you got some competition, and he's going to be
You
out
better
there in a
watch
jet
out.
ski. So let's see jet ski versus boats, and I
I'm
mean,
ready.
so we're hosting a raffle. So if anyone out there wants to donate anything for our raffle, 100% of the proceeds will be going to the Dolphin Research Program, because I believe we need tournaments that actually give back to the industry, right? Because everything is fundraising for everything else out there, but very few give back to the industry. So that's where Mahi Maniacs wants to come in and do what we do. We're maniacs about Mahi, right? So we'll be looking forward to seeing you down there.
Oh, you'll see me. Don't
Um,
worry.
so get on mahimaniacs.com, register for the tournament, and we'll be seeing you guys out there, and you guys will get to meet Sean down there, hopefully at the we're gonna have an awesome captain's beach party. So the venue that we have is actually right on a private beach, right at JD Outdoors in Key Largo, mile marker 104. You'll be able to access it right by boat, by water. They'll have everything you need, so you don't got to go to a tackle shop before to this. You can go right to the captain's dinner. They got everything you'll need. We'll have a good time, have some drinks, give out the captain's buckets, raffles, and then the next day fish is on, right? Fishing's on. So all right, Sean, I appreciate your time. We'll be
Thank you, guys.
again soon. Let us know the next time you're out. I mean, you're out almost every single day, it seems
Oh,
like.
you'll know. Don't worry. If you just go on my Instagram, Solo Pelagic, you'll know.
SOLOPELAGIC, if you didn't know how to spell it. All
Correct.
right. Take care, Sean.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So, as promised, we are going to uh, host our giveaway on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook group, Mahi Maniacs, our Facebook page, not our group, we have a giveaway going on there. And for everyone that entered, you needed to tag 2 friends and follow First Do Products, right? First Do Products is a first responder owned business. Phenomenal guy. Michael Jordan owns it, not the basketball player, but the firefighter. Awesome guy. We had a video with him on. He's just I mean, an awesome guy. I mean, one thing I love doing, or what I want to do with Mahi Maniacs, is connect just good people, first responders, veterans, things like that, with the fishing community, because I mean, nothing screams more America than fishing, right? And fishing is one of our greatest pastimes. So this was our giveaway post. I'll give you guys, if you're watching, a couple minutes to go to our Facebook page, Mahi Maniacs, not the group, the Facebook page. Tag 2 people. This is $125 value, right? So the SiO2 boat soap, that is a ceramic boat soap. Phenomenal. I use it on my boat. I've used it on my car. You're going to get 32 ounces. So 2 16-ounce ceramic boat soaps. You're going to get 1 gallon of canceled salt. This stuff is awesome. I mean, I literally ran it through my outboard, and the temperature, the overall temperature, engine temperature, dropped by a couple degrees after a few minutes of running this stuff. So that means it took out the salt out of the cooling systems. You're going to get a shirt size to the winner, right? So if you're small, we'll get you a small. You're an XL or 2XL like me, we'll get you a 2XL. So we'll get you 1 shirt and also an inline flusher, so you can hook it up to your outboards, which is, I mean, it's great. It really is. So we'll give you guys another minute or two to get on over to our Facebook page, Mahi Maniacs Facebook page, enter, and then we're going to announce the winner here in, I don't know, a few minutes. So just get on over there right now. and in a couple minutes, we'll announce it. And while we're waiting, let's go on over to the Mahi Maniacs Facebook group. I'll share the screen and you guys can see what exactly is going on in the Facebook group, Mahi Maniacs. If you're not a member of the Mahi Maniacs Facebook group, make sure you get there because, I mean, all the cool kids are doing it, right? So let me share this screen and we'll scroll through and see what's going on there. There we are. So this is our Mahi Maniacs Facebook group, right? So we're at 41,400 members, all right? And I confidently tell people this, probably hands down the best offshore fishing group on Facebook, right? I go to a lot of other groups, they got 100,000 people in there, but they have posts with 1 like, right? So, for instance, here we got, this is our group welcoming. We got the Veterans Reef Project. Looks like the Parrot Head Club members. They're trying to get out to them, showing them that they're, I guess, acquired the Parrot Head Club. Oh, here's Sean Sanders here, the solo pelagic guy on Instagram. This was his mahi that he got. So that's the one that he got there. Let's watch a little bit of this video while we wait for people to finish up and the giveaway.
Rain weather statement of strong thunderstorms with possible hail approaching from the west to offshore.
Now we got a gentleman here who purchased a home in Rob Key, and they're looking forward to this year's season. I welcomed them with open arms. Don't forget your Mahi Maniacs lures, right? We're veteran owned. Here we go. We got Controlled Chaos Fishing Team and charters with the nice mahi they got. The mahi are out there, guys. Get on out there and get catching, right? There's Sean again, showing off, right? Let's see, 140 foot off Juno on live sardines, a 39-inch cobia. Man, that's good eating right there. 39-inch cobia. That's a nice one. That's a good catch. Marcin, I think it's Marcin, probably, right? Out of Boynton Inlet. He says he hates to pay taxes, but the mahi are starting to show up. They are, guys. The industry or the mahi are there, right? Here's us talking about our podcast. Right now, we're trying to go live every other Thursday. Most likely middle of April, we'll be going live every week on Thursday. Hopefully, if maybe it'll be on a Wednesday or whatnot. But we're going to try to get live at least once a week here, starting in the middle of April. So here's Bravo ACR, Eric Bravo. He's a deck mate for I think it's what is it there? I'm drawing a blank here. But Captain Joe, First Mate Eddie, they're on fire here. ACR, Bravo ACR, that's they're automatic outriggers, which are great, right? And you see the Mahi Maniacs lure there, right? They're awesome. I mean, you push a button, sends your lines out. You push a button, the lines come back in. Look at that right there. They go out, and then you push a button, they come back in. So phenomenal setup they got there. Trey here at Big Dog Tackle. Thief alert. You guys see this guy here? Call the police, please. We don't like thieves. They're not good people. Welcome to the group, all these people. Really appreciate you guys being here. Here's Renee. He's down there in Cabo. I've been fishing in Cabo.
Hola in action.
There we go. Nice mahi. Yeah.
Hola in action.
Oh, this was a video we shared. This was great. I mean, giant traffic on a boat. Back to the boat. I don't know if he's rigging bait or playing fish. Who knows? But that gave me a good laugh. So, however, the trailer, if you look, the trailer was pretty long. Look, where's the trailer? That's AI. Definitely AI. I realize that now after the fact. But here's a waterway cleanup. So just make sure you keep an eye on the Maniacs group. We have people sharing some great things. We have people sharing some great things that you definitely. All right, let's pull up the giveaway here. Let me pull up the page here for the comment picker. Let me get to the giveaway post. Hopefully other people entered it. First Due Products, phenomenal company owned by veterans. It's just people that we need to keep supporting. It's definitely something to support first responders, veterans, things like that. Let me pull up their page so you guys can see it. That's not it. There it is. Let me make sure I share the screen for y'all to see. There we are. First Due Products. You got canceled assault, right? So you canceled assault here, 32 ounce. It's $25 for a 32 ounce. And I mean, you don't need much of this stuff to get rid of the salt. You put it in a sprayer. And after talking with Michael Jordan here, owner of First Due Products, he says that you mix these two together and you can spray them both together on your boat. The SiO2 boat soap's $20. And for Mahi Maniacs, for you guys that watch, you use the code Maniacs10. You get 10% off site wide. So that's definitely something that'll help you out. So, anyways, back to let me end this and let's get back to the Facebook post here. Let me get down to the original post. We will announce the giveaway. Let's see here. Center this. Let me copy and paste. Let me enter the link in here. And Chris Horton is the winner of the First Due Products Mahi Maniacs giveaway. Thank you guys for listening. Chris Horton, if you're watching, send us a message. We'll reach out to you on Messenger. Say that you won. You got 24 hours. Otherwise, we'll go on to the runner-up to give us the shipping address. And First Due Products is going to send you out the winnings. So, all right, guys, take care. And we hope to see you on the next Maniacs podcast where we have all the great things to talk about the outdoors. So right now it's fishing because the fishing is going to be getting hot here within the next month. But we're looking at talking hunting, fishing, hiking, everything. So if you want to get on, make sure you reach out to us and we'll get you on and let's talk about what you do outdoors and hopefully try to inspire people to get out there in the great outdoors. All right, guys, take care and stay safe out there. Head on over to mymaniacs.com. Get your My Maniacs lures sold by Paradise Tackle. Take care.